Welcome to the Money Watch Show. It's Thursday, October 17th, and we are here trying to help guide you along your financial journey. And sometimes that requires a little assistance. Maybe it's a little bit of coaching. It's a little nudge, whatever you think is going on. And maybe you might need some assistance. We'd love for you to get in touch with us. All you need to do, go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. Write us a note. And if you'd like to join us on the air live, check that box. Mark will do everything else. While you are on the website, you've got to check out the content that lives there. We've got a free weekly newsletter, so you should definitely sign up for that. It comes out every Friday. We also have the Jill on Money live subscription service. For $35, you have access to 4 quarterly live webinars for the next 12 months. You get to go check out the back catalog. You get to see some video content that's up there and some other stuff. We're going to put some new stuff up next year, Mark. I have a whole idea about that, but we'll talk separately. Okay, today we are talking to Oscar, who is on the line from New England. Hello, Oscar. How are you?
Hi, Jill. It's a pleasure to be here with you and Mark. I'm a big fan.
Oh, amazing. We are grateful for that. What can we do for you? What's going on?
Well, my wife and I, we were on a pretty good track, I think, to begin with, and her father passed away recently.
Hmm.
And he was definitely a diligent saver and provider, and he left a pretty large inheritance for my wife and her brother. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think I had a good handle, like I said, on my stuff, and then this kind of, I mean, I hate to say it, but it kind of doubled everything. I mean, I don't hate to say it, but it kind of,
Yeah. I mean, you were
of
sorry that he died, and you're happy
course.
that he left you a few bucks.
And
Okay.
he was he
So
was very well organized. So
thank God. Is she
hmm
the executor or
she is, and
or with her brother? Okay.
she is sole executor.
Okay. Oh, is the brother not
Oh no, everything was good. It
particularly
just kind of came
okay?
down to like making it easier. And he doesn't live in the area, so
Okay,
that was
fine.
part of
I
it.
got it. So her mother is no longer living. So this
She
is
had passed
just
a few years before, yeah.
oh, well, this is a terrible story, but I am glad you have the money, so that's good. How much does she stand to inherit?
Completely, probably around 3 million.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay. How old are you guys?
I'm 50. I'm going to be 55 next month, and she's 50. She'll be 54 in March.
Okay. You have kids?
We have one daughter, 14.
And are you guys both working full time?
Yes.
Okay. How much you guys earn together?
Probably together we probably make about 350.
Retirement contributions. You've probably been working a long time. You put money away. How much money have you saved in retirement?
In my 401k, I have 915,000. 20% is Roth. And from
Okay.
here on out, I was just doing complete Roth.
Got it. And hers?
Hers, she has a 403b. She has 1 million, about million 30 in her
Okay.
403b. And it's
Wow.
not, as far as we can tell, there's no Roth option. But we're hoping that
Okay.
maybe something might come out this year for, an open enrollment.
Because she has a 403b. She's either, I'm guessing, either a teacher or a nurse. Any pension for
She
her?
does. She will get a pension when she retires at the full age. She's almost enough time in. It's just the age part of the
Mm-hmm.
calculation that,
Mm-hmm.
has to kind of move up to get the full. And when she does, she'll get 80%. Right now, she's probably making like 130. So, I mean, if she has a cost of living before then, yeah, it'd probably be. I always think of it about 100,000.
And when will she be entitled to that?
Probably if she waits till the end, it'd probably be 7 more years, 8 more years.
Okay. So 62-ish,
Yeah.
we'll say. Okay, great. So this is wild. How about non-retirement assets? You have, let's say, almost $2 million in retirement. We're not going to talk about the inheritance just yet, but
Sure.
what about non-retirement that you've got before this all happened?
Yeah, we also have we have some Roths. I
Oh,
don't know if
tell
you
me
want
more.
to. Okay,
I
so
love a
I have a
Roth.
Roth that my mother made me start back when it became law. She said take
Yay,
$25 a month.
mom.
Yeah. And I haven't really touched it in years since we didn't qualify anymore, but that's up to 279.
Great.
Um,
And your
and
wife?
and my wife had one when when we could qualify, and that hasn't been touched as well, but it's 80,000.
That's great. Okay.
Um,
So we've got some traditional, some Roths. We know about the future pension benefit. Now let's talk about the
so the
brokerage.
brokerage is we just did it on our own 540,000.
Wow, that's great. It's amazing. Unbelievable. And money in the bank,
We
cash.
have about we did some home improvement stuff, so honestly, we're a little low. We probably have about 25 in the bank.
We're going to replenish that in a minute. Um, what about any health savings account?
Yeah, I did. I've been doing right from the beginning the health, HSA, and we have about
Yep.
77,000.
Oh, amazing. You guys got a lot of money saved. Gosh. What about money for your daughter's future education? Have you opened a 529 plan or do you have any money saved for her?
We do 103 and a 529, which I this year I kind of tamped down the contributions.
Why? You don't want her to have enough money
No,
to pay for college?
I just thought that, she has about 5 years to go. I thought
Mm,
I would do it, for the state income tax credit, and then I figured that the money would come out of somewhere else later on anyway. So, but now I think I
possible.
want to change that. So after,
Right.
yeah.
Just because it's so efficient
Oh
tax
yeah, no, I
wise.
know that was
That's
my plan
nutty.
going into the year, but
Okay. So and what about your home?
our house is, I'd say conservative, like 900,000.
Hmm.
We have a 15-year mortgage. We're 3 or 4 years in, and it's 2.35%.
And what's remaining on it?
250 maybe.
All right. Any second home, rental property, anything like that?
Not yet.
No, not yet. All right. Any other asset we should know about? Do you have that drawer full of Bitcoin?
No, definitely not. But you know what? I'm looking at my little spreadsheet here. I did forget another rollover that I
Mm,
converted to a Roth. It was a
mm.
traditional, it's 123,000.
Of the inherited
Yeah,
assets, can you break it down for us what you'll be receiving?
I
Because
can.
is there an inherited retirement account? Is there because obviously that has a different
Yeah,
treatment and decision rather than a brokerage.
that's the thing. Okay, so as far as what's being inherited, besides some small bank accounts where they had payable on death, so there's a brokerage of about our half would be 750,000.
Okay.
My father-in-law started converting Roth IRA to Roth IRAs,
Mm,
and before
mm.
he passed, he had converted, I think it was 122, so I guess 60,000 of a
Okay.
Roth IRA, inherited
Okay.
Roth IRA.
Yep.
And then the traditional IRA was 3 million, so she's going to get it's going to be 1.5 million.
Ah, I see. Here we have the issue.
Yeah, it's a
Not
big.
the issue, but
And then
that's a big number.
there's two properties too that are paid off, and they're
Oh
gonna,
my God.
my wife is executors in the process of trying to sell those.
What do you think that after all said and done,
I think together
paying
those
for
would
the
be 1 million.
expenses? 1 million.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Take a deep breath,
Yeah.
man. I mean, that's
I
crazy.
mean, it's yeah. I mean, and as also, she's the executor, so she's so busy that,
Yeah, I know, right? Well, maybe she'd like to retire because you
Yeah,
can. What
right.
what was your desire in terms of retirement before this all happened?
We both, like our jobs. I don't think we always talked about retiring, but I don't think, I thought in our mid 60s, I just, didn't. I mean, I really like my job, and I
Hmm.
think if I have a backstop of savings, then I can enjoy my job even more because, you don't have to
Well,
worry day to day.
get ready to enjoy, my friend, because you are
And
going to enjoy. How much do you think you spend annually?
I guess around 80,000, it's hard. I would really have to do a
No
hard,
way.
you don't
You mean
think?
80 in addition to like your house and stuff?
Oh, no, no, no. I'm thinking of everything. I
You
used to
think you
think,
spend 80 grand a year? No way,
I,
dude. Are you
no, maybe I
crazy?
don't. And
Like,
I knew you were going to call me dude. I was hoping.
oh,
Um,
you got it. All right, hold on, Oscar. I'll be thinking about this. I'm a
no, you know
huge
what?
fan.
Do not rely on that number. So I used to go by
I'm not. That's
4,000.
an unreliable
Okay.
number. I'm going to guess. I think it's at least 10 grand a month. I
Oh,
mean, you
you
have a
thought it was
kid.
more?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, oh boy. Then I really have to do
No,
some
you don't
homework.
think so?
No.
Let's just pretend it's 10 grand a month for the
Okay.
heck of it. Because I want you guys to have a nice, big, fat life. Anyway, obviously, even before your wife received this inheritance, you were amazing, just in absolute terrific shape because the pension benefit plus 2 Social Security checks will float you.
She won't. I'm sorry. She won't get Social Security. She doesn't.
Okay, let me do this again. Her pension benefit plus your Social Security will float you. But now that's all smashed. Anything you could want to do in the world, you could do. So whether it's 80 grand, 100 grand a year, 120 grand, I don't even care what the number is. As long as you're telling me it's not $400,000 a year, you're in great shape. The first thing that I would do is in your brokerage account, your 540, are there any losses in that account at all?
I don't think so. It's like 3 or 4 funds, and they've just kind of gone up. I don't really.
All right.
It's very basic.
Not a problem. No sweat. Your father-in-law's brokerage account, you'll get a step up in cost basis, which means the clock will start for capital gains on the date of his death. So that's what your cost basis will be for that account. I would immediately take some money from either that or cash or whatever she's going to get, and I would put a chunk of money into the 529 plan and be done with it. Are we assuming, Oscar, that your daughter's going to go to a private university?
I mean, I would rather assume and not be surprised, but it's possible.
How much money do we have to put in there, Mark, to get her ready for, the whatever, 80 grand a year that's coming?
Yeah, I would say at least 150.
Okay, so we're going to take 50 grand. You could do it right now. It's just, here we are in the fourth quarter. So what I would do is that you and your wife would each put in $36,000 this year, 18 each, right? That's the gift allowance. You can do it again next year. You can just and if you wanted to make sure you don't overfund it, you can just do one $18,000 check. It's fine. Let's get the money in there. You're done with that.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah, sure.
My thought was I was just going to take 65 in a chunk and do that 5-year pre-fund.
You can totally do that.
Okay.
It's up to you.
That's what I was thinking.
Totally up to you.
Okay.
If you want to do that, it's sometimes a little bit of a. Do you have the Massachusetts plan that's with Fidelity? Is that what the plan?
I do.
You have?
Yeah.
All right, they're fine. Sometimes I found that the paperwork on doing that is a little bit of a pain in the neck. But okay, you're a good record keeper. You can do it all at once. Get it in there, no sweat. Done.
And then that's it
okay?
for 5 years. Like we just chill.
Yeah, I think so.
I had it at the beginning of like last year. I think I put it it was in the 2029 fund or whatever.
Sure.
I put it into just the money market thing because it looked like it
Why?
was. It just seemed like the 2029 fund. It was almost the same anyway because there were no stocks left in it. Really, I don't know.
How old is she?
She's 14. We got 4 years to go.
I mean, it should definitely be conservative, but there should be some money invested.
Yeah, I would say at least I don't know. You can self-direct it, right?
I think so, yeah. Or I could put in like a 2030 fund or whatever.
Yeah. Just pick one where there's like a balance, like 50-50 stocks and safe. Yeah, all cash. That's bizarre, actually.
Well, it looked. I thought about it like an account, and if it paid me $300 every other month and it was tax free, I thought that was like a pretty good.
Yeah, but like whatever, that's going to be for another year.
Right.
That there's going to be.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like we can get some of it. You can have a little bit less. Pick an allocation that feels comfortable. She should have some stocks in there for sure. And if she goes to grad school, she's like, oh, I want to be a lawyer, and you're like, oh no, well, you have plenty of money. What are we going to do about this inherited account? Because $1.5 million that they have to get out within 10 years. And you make a lot of money. Is there any chance that your wife would be like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm calling it quits.
There's no way she could do that. I can just say that.
All right. That's fine.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So we have 10 years to get the money out. Let's think about this. She works for another 6 or 7 years. She gets to her age 62. But even if she retires, she still has that income. So you guys are going to have a lot of income always, right?
Right.
So how can we get this money out? Okay, here's your choices. Right now, you guys kind of fall probably in around the 24% tax bracket. Most of your money is going to get taxed there. With this inherited IRA, what you could do is say, screw it. I'll just take some money out every year and I'll pay the tax at the 32% bracket to get the money out. And you can say, I'm going to take some money out a little bit at a time and stay in that 32% bracket. However, you have risk. I'll tell you your biggest risk is that tax rates go up and you are the kind of people who will be making enough money where you're like, oh, I'm not one of those couples that makes less than $400,000. you could see your tax brackets go up pretty dramatically. You know what I mean? You might say, you know what? Screw it. Get this whole thing out right now. I'll be at the 30% bracket and I will pay effectively 40.8% and tough luck. And that'll be that. The reason why I don't think you're going to want to do that is that we do have 10 years and I know we're racing against the clock, but I do feel like if that's the worst case, is that like, what risk do you want to take? That's the question. Do I want to take the risk that my tax rate's going to go up over the next 10 years, or that my income, that I'll somehow manage my income lower? See, you might say to yourself, Oscar, that I love my job and all, but in 5 years, I am not going to put myself in the situation where I have to pay tax on all this inherited money. And I'm going to, downsize myself. Okay. So that's a possibility. The other thing is, are you charitable, you guys?
To be honest, we probably wouldn't be characterized that, but we're open to it.
I don't know. You're going to have a real problem because we have, 700 grand, 750 in your traditional. We got $1 million in hers. Now we have $1.5 million. I mean, there's going to be a problem here.
Right.
So we have to figure out how to get it out. I don't see a time when your income is going below, like, I don't see where you get to go below 24%. I mean, 32%.
I mean, I do feel like maybe I would retire before 10 years. It's just she's in a different situation.
All right. So this is the issue. Okay. The risk, again, it is the risk that you feel comfortable taking. So if you feel comfortable taking on the risk that, you know what, I'm going to take some money out, whatever I have to take out every year, pay the tax that's due. And over the next few years, I will reevaluate every year about, number one, how much to take out. Number two, when I would take that out and when I would retire. Because, we cannot control what's going to happen to tax rates. You can control when you retire. Are you going to manage the account yourselves?
That was one of I would like to give it a shot, but only with, kind of broad-based funds. I'm not interested.
Well, so fine. You have no risk. Okay. Because whatever's in retirement assets, both the Roth and the traditional, you can blow it out and start over. Okay. Yeah. That's number one. For the brokerage, you have a step up in cost basis. So what was the date? When did he die? Whatever July. That date is. Yeah. Okay. So now you know what that date is. Now you know what your tax liability is. Okay. So it's as if you bought it in July, the whole 750,000. Start over, get rid of it. Done. And the whatever, even if we're in a huge rally, it's not going to be like you're up 40%. It's going to be like you're up, 5% since the summer or something.
Also, one of the things I wanted to ask you about for my wife's 403B, would it be better just to stop, or because we just did that because it's our habit? Yeah.
Done.
Okay,
you're done with that.
And maybe do backdoor Roths for both of us to kind of make up for that, or I don't have to think?
No, stop it! Don't be ridiculous. Stop the insanity. This is a mic drop moment, Oscar. You're going to have to do a lot of. By the way, now you have a lot of money. Do you know what the state death tax is in Massachusetts?
It wasn't his. He didn't pass in this state, just kind of close to us.
No, I'm just saying for you guys, you might have to redo your estate documents.
We definitely should anyway. It's been about 12 years. So
yeah. So good. Take a look at that. Oscar, darn it, you are in great shape. We wish you all the best. Keep us posted. Let us know how it's going. And if you have other questions, get back in touch with us. But my gosh, what a crazy situation. Oscar and his wife are going to be retired tomorrow. That's what I would do. You know what I would do, Mark, if I inherited all that money? I'd be like, bye, Mark. Good luck.
I wonder if Oscar's wife knew this was coming, or if it was a total shock.
Oh, that's a good question.
She knew what kind of a person he was. You know what? As far as a father-in-law and son-in-law, we had many discussions about all this. So I kind of knew more than everyone.
Oh,
we were close that way. I asked him for advice, and in fact, what was interesting, when he decided to start converting the Roths, he sent me all the paperwork that his broker his manager had given him. And it was fascinating to read. I'd never seen anything like that. I thanked him. And then I didn't give him advice because I said, you should just decide. And he ended up starting it, and it was for us, he was going to do it for us. That was the plan.
What a great guy.
Yeah.
That's very cool. All right. Well, listen, go retire, get done. I don't care how much you like your work. There's a lot of things to do in the world. We need that money out of that inherited IRA at a cheaper tax bracket. All right, do what you want, Oscar. We wish you all the best, and we're sorry for your loss. And tell your wife to stop working also. Mark, I'm going to be very clear. I would so stop working so fast. I hope you, good luck to you. And I hope you find a new host quickly.
You would still do something.
I wouldn't do this. And I certainly wouldn't make it at 4 o'clock in the morning for CBS. So there's no way.
You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that.
No, absolutely not. I might not even do this. I have a lot of things I want to do.
You like talking to the callers.
All right. Stop teasing me about myself. I hate that you know me so well. All right, everybody, if you've got questions, inherited IRAs, just lop off a digit and you'll be in the same situation. Go to JillOnMoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. Write us a note. Let us know if you want to join us on the air live. Don't forget to check out all the content that lives on our website. It is fantastic, including the free weekly newsletter, which comes out tomorrow, Friday. We also have a YouTube show. It's called Jill on Money, powered by The Compound. I'd love for you to go there and subscribe to that as well. Mark Talercio is the co-host, executive producer, web king, and congenitally sick person in my life right now. So we need Mark to get better. Send chicken soup stat. We are distributed by Paramount Global. We drop our episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. Put your hands metaphorically on someone's back. Someone needs a boost. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
Paramount Podcasts.